gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say.
So last day in West Palm, we're going up to Orlando, and everyone's been asking about the 300ZX, and everyone's been asking about the Fairlady Z. Right-hand drive, 2+2, right?
2+2. I don't like the 2+2s. The 2-seater is like overseer and they're gay, so I just like 2+2s. They're a lot easier to drive and drift, in my opinion.
Easier to drift. That's what we care about. So let's check it out. I'm gonna do an official car video. I gotta close that trunk. I did the cars yesterday, the Evo and the Supra. Neither of them got enough attention, and I'm gonna give this thing some attention today because I've been looking at it. It looks so good.
I picked this one up on my first trip to Japan.
So you got to pick this out in Japan, bring it here.
A piece of shit. It was just, I mean, it was mechanically and interior perfect, but it was like left out in the sun forever. So the exterior was just disgusting. It was actually originally gray, but like I said, it was a clean chassis.
Yep.
So it was just no-brainer to get that, bring it here and paint it because I already had this in mind.
It is a Fairlady Z. He's not lying.
And this is kind of a cool story. The original car had its original dealership tag on it, which said that. So
Yeah.
when I painted the car, I had to recreate it.
Oh really?
Yeah, so this car was actually purchased originally in Tokyo, some dealership in Tokyo.
When I got my S15, it had the Prince Nissan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I guess is like the performance-ish dealerships for Nissan. I don't know shit about it, but it had like a little sticker somewhere. It wasn't like that. But I was saying inside this thing, the coolest thing about this is you always see these done wrong. I'm just gonna say it. By 55-year-old men, and then you see them like drift ratted out, which I'm not into either.
Or
and I'm not.
they just completely disgust.
Yeah, or they fuck them up. The seats are tweed. That's real tweed, if you're wondering.
And the point of the teddy bear is I've been having a lot of passengers usually, but normally I drive around with this one.
So you can go in the.
No, I just like to freak out old ladies. Cause like you
because like they see a
drive
teddy
around
bear.
with this fucker strapped in, and everyone's expecting you to be driving on this side, and when they see this, they're like, "What the fuck?"
Heinous.
Oh, it's awesome.
He's got these SSR. What are the wheel specs?
It's a square face and lip. It's and then the barrels are different, so it's 18 by 10 in the front, 18 by 11 in the rear.
That's sick.
RSD ones.
That's sick. Where'd you find those?
Honestly, I was gonna order a set because that's what I wanted, a square setup.
Right.
But I wanted the rears to be bigger, so I was gonna do the rebarreling thing. And some guy in Orlando had them, so I was like, I just drove up there, bought them real quick, and I'm done.
That's sick. And the white looks good with the blue.
Yeah.
What? How much power?
Right
now, I guess.
Right now we're like 280.
And then after, I mean, you just need to retune, right?
This motor was in my old white car, and when it was on the same exact setup mechanically, and it made 426, turned up the boost and everything.
That's sick. Stock turbos.
Yeah, but it's an NA motor.
Right.
So it's a high compression.
Tough to get to.
Sweet rocks.
Acorns or something.
Some squirrel left it in there. But yeah, this is actually an NA
This is
motor.
crazy.
Yeah, power trick strap bar. This is just an NA motor that I just put turbos on. E85, TommyFyeah fuel pressure regulator. And
This is actually mind
Flex
fucking
fuel.
me. Oh, that's cool. And so it runs on the 85 right now?
Yep, or I can fill it up with
Right.
3 and it'll just the Hall Tech will automatically tune itself. Also, I don't use a boost controller. I just have a Mac valve that's hooked up to the Hall Tech, so it controls the boost for me. It turns up the boost when I put the 85, and it turns down the boost if it's running hot or if it sees some knock or something.
That's
it takes
awesome.
care of the motor for me.
This strut bar is fucking with my brain because it looks like this strut
Yeah.
is higher up, and I can't it's fucking with my brain. Like everyone's seeing this go this way, then it go up, and then it goes straight again. But there is a slight curve to this, and these are mounted in different locations. But it's mind fucked. I'm mind fucked. Let's go for a rip. Like he said, 280 horsepower. It's not gonna be dramatic like the Evo launch or anything, but it's this is a cool street car. That's what I like. I like overbuilt street cars.
This hasn't made it in the dyno yet. A, because I was having some wiring issues that I just took care of, and B, because I'm not sure if this car will fit on the dyno.
Really? With
No,
or the
low.
height?
I'm trying to get anything underneath it. And
You're gonna have to raise it up.
No, fuck that. I'm just gonna get it up there.
No,
Raise up a car.
Fuck
Raise
raising it to get on the dyno. He's about that low life if you didn't notice.
If this car breaks in Orlando and I can't get it on anything, I'm just gonna leave it in Orlando and then figure out the thing later. I have no idea.
We'll flat tow with the Integra. So does it actually have an R35 exhaust?
Well, that would be impossible.
Okay.
The tips are there to like recreate the like
Right, the
look
noise
of it,
with
what
the
you
look.
can actually see in R35. Now the tips have something to do with the noise, but
Oh.
the main factor is just the way the exhaust, the layout of it.
Right.
It does. You ever heard the term tuned exhaust? It's a real thing, you know, like the same way you tune a trumpet or you tune any wind instrument, you just have to tune an exhaust to make the sound you want. So I just took my time, took some measurements, and just got it right. So. Now for a second.
That would have been funny. Do it for the gram. Now this thing pulls like it's crazy to get in all the different cars.
Yeah.
The Evo, you launch it ripped. The Supra, you know, I rode it last night to the meet, and I got a different taste than just driving on that strip, and like they all pull fucking hard and different. And
Yeah, and this one's like on its lowest setting. This is,
Right.
This is rich and low boost. We're like at 10 psi. I normally. And
but
we're
this
like,
is fun. You could fuck around.
Oh, this
with
is
it.
fine. Yeah.
You put 255s on this, and you'd be spinning all over the place.
Yeah.
You know.
And this is fine. But normally, like at least the setup it was in the other car, same motors and everything. It was 17 pounds of boost, and then obviously it wasn't pig rich. Right now, this is just a super safe. You know, no
Right.
timing, lots of fuel, low boost. Until we get on the dyno, we can tweak everything, make everything perfect.
It definitely rips. These things are definitely under.
Oh yeah, these cars are awesome, man. People talk a lot of shit about them, but usually it's the people, not the cars.
Right.
These cars are finicky. There's a lot of things that can go wrong and do go wrong with them, and you just have to fix them. You have to fix them right.
You gonna slide?
Huh?
You think about sliding right now? Is that where you're going this way?
No, 'cause I don't know where that car went.
I didn't know. That's what I was saying.
Oh,
I was
no.
gonna brace myself.
Oh no, I didn't know where that car went. Yeah, during the day, there's actually people doing stuff
Right.
I try not to, because you'd be surprised. Some like random truck will pull up.
So it's pretty quick. It's cool. So he tuned the exhaust he was talking about to sound like a GTR, an R35, and he's gonna let me hear it. Go ahead. Well, it's loud.
Yeah, I like it. It has that cool like exotic crackly sound too.
Yeah, so that popping, what are you doing? You're revving and then what's happening? What are you doing?
Want to do the two-step?
Yeah. Are you just holding the pedal to the floor?
Yeah, that's how you activate a two-step.
Okay, so yeah, because you revved it and it did, it didn't
Oh,
do it.
no, there's a trick to two-stepping. Like, for example, let's say your two-step is set with 3,000 RPM. You'll rev it to like 5 or 6 and then mash it. And what happens
As
is
it
you hit a
drops.
rev limiter. As it drops, it cuts ignition but doesn't cut fuel.
Okay.
So it loads up your exhaust with a little bit of fuel.
And then
most
that's what-
cars, it makes a
right,
big
shoots a
flash
flame.
at first, yeah.
Yeah, that's sick. That's sick. I can't wait till my R32 has the Hall tech.
Yeah.
And the flex fuel. I want to run the 85 so bad. I want my car to feel as much like Jack's as possible. And I'm pissed I didn't get to do a video on his R32, but it's definitely the craziest car I've driven in since I got here, I'd say. What do you think out of everything I've driven in?
Probably, honestly, the most impressive machine that you've been in is probably the 32.
Yeah.
Just because that one to me is.
It's
I like the 34, but the 34 is like a shit show.
Right, it's a shit show.
It's a shit show. It's a complete shit.
The 32 just
The 32 is a
squats
real
and goes
machine.
and
Exactly, yeah.
never stops pulling, and it just like,
Yeah, I mean, I know Jack would probably get angry, but I would, not the height and the look, but I would consider this
Oh,
only
right.
because it's like sight, sound, spinning, and doing
Right,
stuff.
right.
We're missing 100 and change horsepower, but you know when it has it, same thing, all over the place, third gear spinning. You know what I mean? Crazy loud. It's just an
Right.
exciting car.
Right.
But the
It's
32
cool for
is
like
just
rolling up
plain
to a meet. The 32 is actually cool for driving.
Exactly. I love that car.
Yeah, it's sick. And if I can make my R32 even, well, I don't want to say a tenth of it because I want all fucking every last bit of what it has.
Be there.
So we'll see. I'm gonna end this video, and we're going to Orlando for Clean Culture tomorrow. And if you're out, come fucking say hi. All right, well, maybe get my outro while you're under there.
Fuck off.
That's the end of the video. We're gonna keep moving. We're gonna keep moving forward.
Like, subscribe. I want my fucking money back.
$1,000.
Thumbs up.
Got another.
Subscribe. Oh my god, dude!